Day to all the daddies out there. How is everybody? I can't even see. I just crawled over my table to get to my door because I'm suffocating in here, y'all. Suffocating. How is everybody? I'm typing over here. I don't even think my eyebrows are on right. Hi, you guys. Yes, hi. Happy Daddy's Day. Happy Father's Day. I think I'm talking low. There goes the kitty. I think I'm talking low because I opened the window over there and I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. How is everybody? Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you. There we go with those labels. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing you. Hi, Eric. How are you? How's all the daddies out there? Everybody good? I'm just writing one little thing over here. Oh my God. Here I go. Here I go, y'all. Nova Scotia in the house, Wisconsin. How are you? You hear my voice? I'm still sick. Just cut and bleach my mane. Excellent, Ryan. Fabulous. You know, I love that. I just cut mine. Terry just cut mine yesterday because I'm going to a film festival. So I had to cut it because it was looking, I was trying to grow it, but I don't like to grow it. So it's like literally just whatever it, look, whatever it is today is what it is. Hi, yeah, I am going to a film festival for Kate Cohen's film. I'm not going to tell you where till after. Anyway, I'm going for her film and it's going to be exciting and that's all. And I'm going to hike too, even though I'm sick. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, I just told them on Facebook there. That's what I'm doing, y'all. I will be hiking and going to a film festival and coming back real quick. Oh, I'm your mental health break. I feel like I need a mental health break. Yeah. Willis, Texas, Michigan, Australia. I love you guys from everywhere. Arkansas, Louisiana, of course. Of course. Lots of new people here. I know. I'm healing. No, I'm not. Well, I ran up Mount Baldy this morning and this fuck was chasing me up. This kid. And I'm like, dude, calm down. It took him like 3 miles to catch me, but then I let him go by. No, I don't think I'm being affected by the Canadian fire, but I've got like asthma, bronchial shit that I never get. So I am asthmatic. There, I'm gonna put you down here. There, no. Anyway, I am asthmatic, but I thought if I ran up into altitude, I could get rid of the shit in my chest. I'm gonna go oil of oregano, absolutely. I take that anyway. I'm gonna go, great, no more fires. Yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go with a don't run into altitude when you don't feel well. Yes, thyme oil. I've got the thyme oil. I've got the Florida. I think whatever you just said. Yeah, totally. So I ran up to the top. Anyway, there was some snow, but not much. It's melted since last week. I got sick last week after I ran up there. So it was like asthma again. I've got black seed oil. I've got all of that stuff, but it's you can hear it back there, but doesn't matter. I'm not going to stop. So I'm just going to keep like fleshing it out. And so what's everyone doing for Father's Day, y'all? What are y'all doing? Did you feel the timeline? Chicken soup. Paige made me chicken soup. Paigey made me chicken soup. Oh, we got to do the update of Paige's cute little baby. I can't stand it. It's he's on his tummy. Tummy baby. So cute. And then we have our birthday girl, Rascal, right there. Rascal is 12. Rascal is 12. 12. And for those of you who didn't see, here's the whole family and Mommy Kenna about to give birth to the next grandbaby. So right there. See? Look, grandbaby lives right in there. Yeah, so cute. So anyway, we went out for Father's Day dinner last night because why? Mississippi, Wisconsin. Because why? Because today it would be crowded. But guess what? There was 120-minute wait, and I called an hour and a half ahead of time, and they don't take reservations because, oh, it was your birthday, Lila's birthday. They didn't take reservations because it was Father's Day. So I'm like, wait, today's Father's Day, but whatever. Aw, happy birthday. There you go. Birthdays. Yes, do you guys feel Ontario, Guelph, Ontario, my people? Yeah, my dad and I have a hug and a card and talked. Oh, yeah, the timeline happened. Yep, it's very itchy and painful. I hope you're not talking about. Anyway, the timeline happened yesterday. Yes, yes. No, well, they say there's a spirit. Okay, just keep in mind, they say there's a spiritual connection at 3 a.m., 3:30. They say it opens portals till demons. Okay, for demons or whatever. But let me ask you this. Do you think the demons who reside through dimensions, through time changes? Thank you for that, Lisa. Thank you. Starbucks from Canada. I love it. Do you think those demons that go through like different dimensions are like, okay, 3 a.m., let's come down and fuck with the humans? No, they're going whenever they're doing it. There is no time. So to say that that time is a time, we equate it with that. Yeah, they call it the witching hour. We equate it with that. But I mean, I've been getting up at 3 a.m., God, for years, for decades, so I can 2 a.m. drive, get somewhere by 3 a.m., hike. So, like, the demons are not like, yeah, this bitch is up. Let's get to her house. Let's get there right now. Thank you for that, Jennifer. Thank you, New Mexico. Thank you. Yeah. So when you're looking at things, you got to like remember demons probably aren't running on a time zone. We run on a time zone because it keeps us tied. Just like well, we had a timeline change yesterday night. That's why people were having trouble waking up or not sleeping. We actually had a timeline change. So I felt it. And you know how I noticed it? So I'm running up Mount Baldy, like I said, I'm running up. And as I'm coming down, I'm like, wait, where's that slippery part that I always trip on? Like there's this part where I got to grab this prickly bush, right? I got to grab this stupid bush and I got to like climb down like this, right? And it was missing. I'm like, where's that bush? And there's really only one way up. And well, I mean, you can go off trail, but I was going up and down the way I usually go down. And suddenly I was like, fuck, the trail looks different. So I knew they timeline changed it. Also, John was missing his glasses. He brought it up. He was missing his glasses. Thank you for that, Nancy. He was missing his glasses. And they have turquoise on the inside of the rim, because I really think he bought women's glasses, but we don't care in our family. We're going to just wear sunglasses. Anyway, he couldn't find them, and he took the flashlight, looked under the car, his car, everywhere, checked the seat, and he's pretty diligent. And he tells me yesterday, he's like, those glasses just reappeared, and I know they weren't there. So he felt the timeline too. And I'll go back. Yeah, the headaches or something. Thank you for that. I can't see who that's from, the message. Thank you for that. So hi, Damien. How are you? Yeah, the minor changes. But what happens is it collapses a timeline into another timeline, which in 2019, let's see, I left in September. So 6 months prior to that, we were sitting in the living room and John looked at me and he said, oh shit, the world just tilted. He felt it. He felt it and he felt it. And so he's pretty good, even if he can't label it. He's pretty on point with it. Sleeping a lot as well. Yeah, well, that's because they're dumping shit on us. They're ringing in the ears. Yeah. Hi, Jana. Hi, Jana. Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, headaches since 2 a.m. But there was a timeline change last night. Like there literally was. Thank you for that, Lori. Thank you so much. There was a timeline change. So what they're doing now is they're going to speed up. Hi, Ashley. Happy Father's Day to your daddy in heaven, Ashley. Yeah, Ashley's daddy went to heaven. So we say went to heaven, but changed dimensions and changed energy, and energy never dies. So when they talk about us dying, we don't die. That includes all of your relatives, all of your loved ones, all of your people. We shift dimensions. So exist in a different form. So you cannot, your loved one will not die. They exist in a different form. So they say death on this side to make everybody greedy and crazy, to gather everything up and do shit. So, you know, because, oh my God, you've only got one life. That's the biggest crock of shit. The problem is you have more than one life and you keep coming back here. So yeah, Saturn retrograde, right? Oh, are we in Saturn retrograde right now? Shut up, Jana. How do I not know this? No, I think we're coming into it. Wait, Handy Ephemeris is out. Let's look. What month is this? It's June. Yeah, we can't get rid of them. Exactly. Orlando in the house. Okay, June of 2023. Let's look. Let's look, y'all. Let's look. So for those of you that don't know what it is, Jana has to point this out to me because Estelle's dad was an astrologer and Sloan the astrologer isn't even up on her fucking astrology. Hello. Yeah, anyway, I don't even know the planetary positions. There's something coming up with the full moon. Deanna's asking me. I'm like, I haven't even checked it. I haven't even checked it. Oh my God, it is a retrograde. Shit. I think I said that to somebody on their chart reading. Okay. Yes, today. Fuck. Fucking Pisces. I was born with, this is my second Saturn return. I was born with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So, oh my God, Jason's baby's going to have Saturn retrograde. Chop, chop, Jace. Ugh. Saturn, I've completely overlooked this. So we have Saturn retrograde going retrograde at 7 degrees. I think I just read this in someone's chart and it still didn't stick in my fucking head. And then, so we got the Saturn retrograde and we've got it 7 degrees going backwards, all the way till the end of the year. Then we've got Venus retrograde. Venus goes retrograde on Sunday, the 23rd of July. Here, hi Singapore, hear me clearly with this. Super clearly. Do not. Saturn's going to tie to your south node. So, yeah. Okay, I never heard it say, yeah, I heard, yeah, well, Jana, you would know astrology more than me at this point because I can't get my brain right. I feel like I'm crazy. Let me look. Yeah, I think it is just before Christmas. We have Mercury, Saturn, and Venus going retrograde. I just haven't checked because I have to sit down and write about it, but I just can't. Yeah, Saturn goes direct. There you go, November 4th, Jana. Thank you for that. I love Jana. I just do, because you know why? She has done the work I have not done. You guys tune into me. I've been absent in my head. So we have Venus going retrograde on the 23rd of July. So please, hear me, ladies, men, hair plug people, whoever, do not willingly go and get plastic surgery during a Venus retrograde. Do not do it. Don't do it. Just say no, because it will not turn out, okay? It will not turn out the way that you want it to. And Venus goes direct on September 4th. So we have Saturn on 53rd birthday. All right, Karen, we have no work hearing. Jana, you're hilarious. I should be hearing them. Deanna was asking me. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I can't look at it right now because I was like all congested with a fever, and I was like, I can't look at it right now. Then I forgot to look at it. But anyway, I think I just said to somebody, you're right, literally by degree in your Saturn return. But when it goes retrograde, it's going to teeter-totter over the planets back and forth. However, we also have, when does Mercury goes direct on September 16th, but let's see when it goes retrograde since I'm so off the mark these days. Mercury will go retrograde. It's going to go retrograde on August 24th. So Virgo season's going to be some fuckery. 3 of them retrograde. So this is what an ephemeris looks like, y'all, where before computers, we got the information to read. So we just put like an envelope, if it was your birthday, across here. Read the angles and the aspects through that with the time of birth, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there was a timeline shift yesterday. Yes, there was, Jana, there was a timeline shift last night. It literally shifted. I could tell when I was coming down Mount Baldy, I was like, wait. Yeah, I was reading from an ephemeris. That's what I'm doing. I'm reading from the ephemeris. It's numbers. See? Can you see? So you read the mathematical movement of the planets. This is made by NASA. No comments. And it's Rosicrucian, basically a Satan ephemeris, Satanist ephemeris. I can't help it if they're the only ones that did it. Anyway, yeah, well, I had to learn. When you study astrology, at least back then, you had to actually erect a chart with math, which was terrible. My friend Mark tutored me on that because I just couldn't get it through my fucking head. Yeah, no, Jana, there was a timeline change last night. Literally, I noticed it this morning. Well, I woke up, I was up all night. What happens? Okay, so look at a timeline here. Since I have tissues, since I have a clogged nose. Okay, let's look at it like this. Okay, so here we are. So the earth is like this. And what the earth is like a funhouse mirror. It's like a funhouse mirror. So when you look in the funhouse and you walk in, and you see 16 different visions of yourself, one fat, one thin, one stupid, one long, one wide. You know, you remember the fun houses, right? So we're residing here, and this is another dimension. Every time they do a timeline change, here's all of Earth, people, la, 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 la. They just shoot right into that. And then this becomes our reality. And the reality is ever so shifted, ever so slightly. But when you think about it, like I'm telling you, 6 months before, so September, so like May of 2019, that's when we felt the first shift in our house. And it's like they took it and they flipped it like this, okay? They flipped it like this. And so the energy flipped. And then when they came up with the COVID bullshit, that put us into another timeline as well. So they just keep smushing timelines, right? So I don't know who that is. Sorry. I fell asleep 9 and 12. And then, yeah, exactly. I was up. That's why I got up at 5 and went out the door running, even though I was like in the phlegm area, but I ran up there. So how do you know if you have a retrograde in your chart? There's a little R by your chart. It's your time of birth. So any kids being born right now will have Saturn retrograde. So that's what's going to happen. What's COVID's moon sign? No idea. Good cheeky question. Anyway, don't know. Well, the conception of COVID, I mean, yeah, I don't know. What is the objective? Well, the objective, that's a good question. First of all, hi Mew, don't you dare. She's coming on my cameras back there. The object of switching timelines is to try to discombobulate the human soul and force us. Yes, it was a bioweapon, Peter, absolutely. Oh, look, hold on before I answer that question. Irrelevant information right here. Dan Barite in my bra, y'all. Isn't that pretty? I love Dan Barite. Can you see it? Can you see? I have a whole thing of it. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, you got the same as me. Saturn. Well, I got Saturn in the 8th, but coming from the 7th. Anyway, yeah, retrograde just means what it means. Depends. Yeah, I know Ruger's fantastic. There's a new one of Keith. And I saw Jason's beautiful one of Keith. It's all on his chest. Yesterday I saw it at dinner. I mean, in the parking lot on the way into dinner, but I haven't seen it because I don't know why I haven't seen it. Anyway, what happens with a timeline shift? Just think of it this way. Think if you're used to a routine where you get your wits about you. So you get up in the morning, you have a job, you go to your job, you drop your kids at school, you have your coffee. Every Tuesday you get your nails done. You know how it is, ladies, when you have the kids and gentlemen, right? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. So you know what you're doing. Now, suddenly, what if they said you don't have a job, there is no more coffee, and your kids aren't going to school? Well, that would shift up how you spend your energy. Therefore, you have to survive as opposed to think. So that's what they do. That's how they shift it. They're trying to shift us into agreeance with what they're trying to do to us. And people who don't think that they're doing something, and when they go, oh, why? What's the reason? What's the reason? Hold on. Hold on. I think I found my microphone, y'all. See? Okay. We got the microphone. I hid it from myself. We're bringing out the microphone for Father's Day. And so when the people say, but why? Why does the government care? Why does the government care? Why would they do that? Who's doing that? What's the reason? Okay, what is the effing reason Jeffrey Dahmer did what he did? Is there really a reason that you're going to understand? No. So there is a reason. Now, what is the open mic, motherfuckers? Okay, so there is a reason, and the reason is they want to enslave the human race. Isn't this beautiful? So beautiful. I hit it on myself when I was cleaning. Then I found it. So it is control, and it's usually financial control, and that's what it is. It all goes back to the main banking system, and every single, hear me clear, hear me for you in the back of the room. Every single, there's been aliens here, Monique, there's been aliens here. I saw them as a kid, mic drop walk. Anyway, there's been aliens here on this planet, and all alien means is non-human form. Can be good, can be bad, can be, they're not only demons, they can be good or bad. There's angelic, there's many different levels. There's many different levels of human beings, right? Many different levels of human beings. They would describe David Bowie as an alien. If you all remember Dr. Bruce Goldberg back in the day, John took me to see him. Dr. Bruce Goldberg, if you remember, he talked about the Nordic people being aliens because the white people on the planet, the tall, like really tall white people with almond-shaped eyes, those people as being alien, foreign to this atmosphere. So I swear, it does let me go unhinged. So there's been aliens here. Yes, past lives, futures. Yeah. I went to him. John took me to get hypnotized by him way, way back before we had kids. So 87. There's always been aliens here. That is not unusual. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I don't know what to say, Jennifer. You are so generous. Thank you for that. We'll bring the mic out for Jennifer. Thank you so much. A big kiss. You can't hear it because I don't have it on because I didn't charge it. But Jennifer, thank you. So generous for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. And everybody that supports, just really, really generous, which is great because, oh my God. Yeah, the Anunnaki, which is with an A, I believe, all Anunnaki means is ancient one from somewhere else. So again, in America, they call you a green carder, an illegal alien. That does not specify where you come from. You can come from Canada, from England, from Ireland, from Costa Rica, from, I don't know, Dublin, from wherever, okay, Mexico, Canada, I mean, wherever, right? You can, I'm taking my Damberite out of my bra. You can come from anywhere and still be called an alien in America. I'm an alien in America because I'm Canadian. And therefore, I'm not natural to here, okay? So that's what we're talking about. We are talking about, Jeffree Star is a Rothschild. We are talking about energies, I almost said people, entities that come from elsewhere, okay? From elsewhere in this energetic. And what they're trying to do is throw human beings off balance. They want us to do what they want us to do. They want us to stop excelling as human beings. First of all, they entrapped us. They took kids out of the farm system, like where you were working, growing your own food. They revolutionized us, which is fine because now we can get our toilet paper easily. Thank God. And as John always says, do you want to be traveling in a horse and buggy? Yes, John, I do. I would love a horse and buggy to travel in while I grow my vegetables, raise my kids properly without drugs and maniacs. Oh, and cuddle my grandbabies and have a tent where we could be a midwife, etc. Yes. Yes, John, to answer your question. Anyway, he is a Rothschild. Yeah. So, ooh, hot flash. That just gave me a hot flash. Can you see? Look, my ears are going red. Women in menopause. This is the reality. Hot flashing. All right. I give up. I give up in this world. Yeah, it is a war between good and evil. And the problem is they keep smushing timelines because it throws us off balance. Some of us excel. Some of us get tired. Some of us get sick. Yes, like Amish. Yes, Amish. Lynn, I'm telling you, the Amish got it right. I mean, minus those beards and those crazy hats, but no offense. No offense. I'm just saying I do like a little bit of ghetto in there, but I mean, the beard, let's twist it, braid it, put some nice smelling stuff on it, right? But when you switch timelines, it forces you into a different mindset because what you know to be true is not there. And it's so subtle. It's like walking in a room, your grandmother's house, and you go there every week and you're like, what is different? And she's moved one thing. I remember Woodbridge. I belonged to the country club growing up. Don't repeat that. My dad had 2 country club memberships. Yeah, I was raised in a family of people who went to country clubs. And I had to dress like a little, I'm not going to say the derogatory term, like a little unmakeup proper person, which killed me. All you parents out there, like the British royals, who think dressing matronly is fun for children, it isn't. Some of us are ghetto. Yeah. And if you adopt a child and they come from a different gene pool, they're definitely going to be ghetto. Dressing properly, going to country clubs is not for Sloan. Anyway, yeah. So, my dad was like, they just look at me and I was so embarrassed. Like, I was like, I can't, like, it really bothered me. The food was good, but I was in this like the British family wears stupid looking fucking frock. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm too short to wear this dress. I did manage to get a big purple flower on it, but oh my God, can we see homosexual and trans in the birth chart? Yeah, you can see that a bit. I don't know anything about that Natalia thing. I think it's just let's see, rocking backstage. Oh my God, yes, right? Rocking pleather. Yeah, I mean, I used to show up at the dinner table and my dad would say, you wearing a bathing suit? And I'm like, no, it's a fucking dress. He's like, well, it looks like a bathing suit. It looks like a bathing suit. Why? Do people swim in dresses? Do they? Do they, Daddy? Okay, I'm stopping. Anyway. Yeah, let's see. Yes. No, I didn't graduate. I did not graduate. I was at Williams in Aurora. That's, yeah, Dr. G. Williams School, right? Yeah, Big Daddy. That's what we call John. Big John. Anyway, Big Bad John. That's what my father-in-law used to call John. Husband John. Anyway, his son. No, I didn't graduate from Williams. I ran away from Williams. Yeah, I know. I was like, I did. I'm like, who swims in a? Why are you commenting on my dress? It wasn't even that bad. It was pink and it's the same shit I wear now. No different. I know she does look like she's having a boy, but it's a girl, Deborah. It's a girl. She is a she, and we're deciding on the name. I'm not going to say the name out loud, but we're deciding on it. So yeah, I did run away. I did run away from Williams. Actually, was the school I ran away for. Then I got trapped a year later for 8 months, from 15 to 15 and a half. I went to juvenile hall. I went to the court system. I emancipated myself legally, which means to divorce your parents. I did that. I did. I really did that. I myself did that. Oh, Invisalign. Yeah, they can hurt. And it doesn't actually, this is still, yeah, whatever. Anyway, no, it's in Aurora, Ontario. So anyway, when I got trapped, I went to Huron Heights for a couple of months. Also got expelled from Huron Heights. Yeah, I'm good at that. Expelled from private school, expelled from about many different schools, including starting in like 5th grade, 2nd grade as well. But 2nd grade is because I was talking out loud too much. So I was constantly stifled. I guess in the indoctrination system in school, they don't want you speaking. Let's see. I think it hit the news in Emancipation. I don't think it hit the news. No one gave a shit. And still, I repeat, nobody cares. So if you can live your life right now with what's going on without giving a shit because nobody cares, literally no one cares. So, like, don't take anything personally. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares. Seriously, let's see, Lori Miller, you just gave me a bad vibes, like a 40-year-old Karen. You guys are funny. Cancer. I know, right? Natalia, yeah, I know. She's the little girl they said was a child, then they said she had pubic hair. Do you not see what they're doing? It's some kind of fuckery and foolishness and distraction. Don't pay any attention to it. Deal with your own families. Deal, yeah, I know on the other side, but no one cares on this planet. Like, nobody cares. And they take us out of our comfortable zone. Like when Keith died, that took me out of my comfort zone. It took me so far out of my comfort zone that I don't even have feelings. Like that is why I can get tattooed, because it hurts, but I don't hurt. And I have no emotional reaction anymore. I have Saturn retrograde too. I have no emotional reaction to anything anymore. I swear to God, you could point a gun at my head and I'd be like, do it. I don't fucking care. I literally have like no expression. So that uprooted my world so much. That's what timeline changes do. And after you have like 11 or 12 of them, they literally go like this and shift you into an alternate way of being. Okay. So you don't feel the same. So you don't respond the same. You may be more fearful. You may believe what they're saying. Do not believe. And I quote you this, and I'm gonna sit down hot as fucking Southern 110. Oh, see, usually we have that here. I had to climb up to 10,000 feet to find sun this morning. Actually, it was at 5,000 feet. But anyway, when you actually understand that what they're doing when they timeline shift is to jiggle your brain so that when they introduce something, they go, this is normal. This is normal. It's not normal. Use your instinct. It isn't normal. Like I had this argument with John all the time. I always have arguments with John because he can't just let it go. He has to say his opinion, and I don't care. However, this was intelligent. He said vaccines have saved people. What's the one? Polio. They always use polio, right? Polio. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandy. I know in 2020, never the same. No, I'm not the same. I'm dead, literally dead. He talked about polio last night, and he's like, polio. That was a good one. I know people that were in an iron lung, and I'm like, yeah, first of all, they put polio on the people. Then they found something to correct the polio. We're not talking about that with COVID. Nowhere on COVID. Yesterday, they announced in the CDC, and they announced it on the Wall Street Journal. Not that I listen to the news, but the CDC reported that I repeat, the highest number of deaths come from the vaccinated. That's correct. And so John says at dinner, well, that's because they were overweight and diabetic. No, no one said that, because your friends and neighbors and your people that wanted to continue to work, as if the government has a right to say, here, you can earn money if you do what we say. Now, if you stick this prick in you, you can earn money. So do I spread my legs or do I bend over? What kind of prick? Where do I put it? Where do I put the prick? Oh, in my arm, like a drug addict. And I don't question anything. No questions. Put that mask on, you fucking slave. Okay, literally, CDC reported yesterday that the highest death rate, and it is now a pandemic of what? The vaccinated. Fucking government. Do not listen to the government. Do not listen to them. I got the jab several times. It didn't help. Of course it didn't help. You don't know what's in it. Never. Okay? Never. I've lost friends. I actually have a best friend who refuses to fucking talk to me over this. She's the dumbass that took the vaccine because she wanted money, okay? And vaccinated her whole family. Stupid. And all her kids Hello, dumbass. That's right, I'm calling you a dumbass. If you didn't know, you didn't know, but now you know. So now you know, and I know, and you know. So if you know, don't do that because they are literally trying to shift our genetic coding. So if you get into a car accident, it can alter your DNA. Post-traumatic stress disorder, people in the war, it actually continues on down bloodlines. So what are they putting in us? Yeah, see, and then refuse the rest. Good, so you've got smart. What are they putting in us? There's no data on it. And that little fettuccine, where's that fucker gone now? Where is that loser? Where is that loser? Mr. Fettuccine, you a loser, bitch. So the problem is I got shingles. They want me to get a shingles vaccine. Yeah, they want a lot of people to get a shingles vaccine. I do not get, let me see if the volume's up on this, y'all. Let's see. Oh, the volume was down. Can you hear me now? I've been talking the whole time and no one tells me. Anyway, yeah, Fauci. See, they're all set up. Understand, some of you are going to vote for DeSantis, right? Some of you are going to vote for DeSantis. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. It was down low. It's like I'm mental and can't set anything up because of the timeline change. So you're going to, let's see, I never had, but I got COVID. Yeah, I got COVID 3 times. And I still have a lung problem. I'm still not taking their vaccine because it's not proven. They haven't proven anything. And anyway, just because they prove it doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I've never taken the flu shot. It's not something I'm going to do. Anyhow, Paige was telling me when she took little baby Caden for his whatever visit, they literally pulled paperwork out on her because she wasn't going to take some shots. And they had her sign, trying to make her feel like a whole bunch of shit, telling her all kinds of stuff. What is this? It's a fucking doctor's appointment. I employ you as a doctor. Don't fucking make me sign shit because there's no fucking doctor board who's going to come to my house and say, oh, you didn't get your baby shots. Why does my baby need 75 shots? He's barely on the fucking planet. So there is never any kind of authority who's like, they have you sign papers. Look, they have you sign papers like this. They're like, you need to sign this paper. Like we're an authority. You're a piece of shit to do that to a new mother. What you can say is, this might be something that you'll benefit from, but to make a new mother sign shots and try to sign paperwork because she won't do that, you're fucking disgusting. Who the hell are you? What authority? What authority? What authority, you fucking assholes? Who are you? Fuck you. Maybe you, doctor, should get a fucking whatever. Maybe you should stop cheating on your wife. Maybe you should fucking come out with shit. Maybe you should inject yourself with everything, you fucking idiot. Fuck. Good job on your dad. Good job, Annie. Good job. I mean, what the hell? What the hell is that? Oh, and there's no religious exemption? Again, what about which religion is it? Seventh-day Adventists, where they don't do it, Christian Science. You telling me I have to get shots? Oh, well then homeschool your kids. Yeah, my kids being homeschooled, I used to do mommy and me school with my kids. My kids were a lot smarter because they could read a fucking book and educate themselves. They didn't have to wait for some fucking teacher, no offense to teachers, because a lot of my friends are teachers, but they didn't have to wait for some teacher to educate them to read a book. If you can read or write, you can educate yourself. I mean, why is the religious exemption gone in California? Why is that? Why? Why are you doing that? Because I was born here to please you, the school board, or you, the doctor? Oh, because you're the doctor, you're the authority. I don't begrudge that you go to medical school, because you do, and that you learn how to do that. Awesome. But who the fuck do you think you are, you bully ass piece of shit in the system? That is why they are doing the timeline changes. They are snapping us together like this. So eventually we don't know which end is up. And then they tell us shit like, oh, it's normal. It's normal. Long COVID's normal. Yeah, it was normal. It's normal. It's normal. Wear a mask. It's normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. I don't care if they shame me. Okay, listen. I'm just going to say this. Okay. I hope everybody can hear me now that I have the volume up. We worry about what people call us, and I understand that. We definitely worry about what people call us, names. Again, I hated the name whore, and I'm going to quote John. Sloan, just because someone calls you a whore doesn't mean they're referring to your vagina. He didn't say it like that. He says, whores can be anybody that do anything for money. Yes, John, I know, but that's not the intent behind your words or a person's words. When they scream at a woman, you whore, like that. That's not because you took money to sell books at the school fair at midnight. Right? Right. So, this is a little argument we have. But anyway, where people try to justify shit to me. Here's the thing. You've got to get used to people calling you names. They're going to call you names. If you're born attractive in this country, they're going to call you ugly. If you're born ugly, they're going to praise you for being attractive. If you're tall, they're going to tell you that you need to be 40 pounds heavier and to gain weight because they want you like all of the majority of short people on the planet. If they tell you you're white, they're going to blame you. If you're black, they're going to blame you. If you're Mexican, they're going to blame you. There is no one group of people that gets it worse than the other. Now, having said that, yes, black people, and yes, the native people, okay? The native people. They all have fucking problems in this country because people do that. But the government orchestrates us. None of us care what color your skin is. I mean, very few. If you're raised in a family, I guess, where you're indoctrinated like that, then probably. But I don't know many people who actually care if your skin is black or white. I have friends that have mixed families, and the kids look black, the kids look white, the kids look Italian, the kids look like whatever. Whatever. Does it matter? Why are you fucking labeling? Who are you to label? Who are you? Oh, and that reminds me. I'm sorry. This is for the bitch that emailed me. You just got me. Who calls herself black, but I don't think she's really black. Listen, bitch. She emails me and she goes, so when are you going to put Jason's tattoo on you? It's Keith, Keith, Keith. Or are you going to wait for Jason to die too? Listen, you fucking asshole, jealous bitch, or whatever your problem is. I will put whoever I want on my arm at any fucking time on my arm without your commentary about my dead child or my living child or both of them. Say it to me again. I have your address. That's all I'm going to say. Say it the fuck again to me. I will get on a goddamn plane and I will go to your house and you can say it to my face. You skank. Okay, anyway, the only reason I put Keith on my arm is because he died, or I wouldn't have a tattoo. I hope Jason is on my arm. He's right there. Who is that? But if that is not Jason, Jason being daddy to little Keith. If that isn't Jason, who might the fuck that be? I know, but I hope everybody understands. I never had a tattoo till Keith died. My first tattoo was what was on Keith's phone. It's right here. And it says, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. I want to be a singer. I just want a mic in my hand so I can sing. And I can't sing. Oh no, I don't have to explain myself, but I want her to know that I have her address and her phone number, and I'll find you. Fucking say that shit to me, you drunken ass bitch. She knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, real problem with people who think that we care. So here's the thing. I know. Hello. Yeah, I wouldn't have a fucking tattoo if my son didn't die, you stupid asshole. And Jason is very much alive and has asked me not to put him on my arm again. He feels very creeped out by it. But I know, right? But see, nobody does, Jen, know the stories we've lived. But if you bother to write shit like that on somebody's social media, then you are putting yourself out there for me to find your address and kick your fucking ass. And as John says, Sloan, you don't know her. It doesn't matter. Just let it go. Just be the bigger person. Just don't do it. Okay, I'm sick of just be the bigger person. The first thing is, unless you set a boundary with people and tell them exactly what they're doing, they get away with it. I know she's one of them. Exactly. They get away with it. You don't get to get away with it. I will call you on it. I don't care if I know you. I'm not the bigger person. Hear me clearly. Not the bigger person. And that is not what is meant in the Bible by turn the other cheek. I don't know about the Bible. I don't know the intention. what they say with that is, okay, like they use that wrong. So if some skank in your family calls you a fucking whatever, you're supposed to go, oh, it's family, I'm just going to ignore her. No, I'm going to call you on it. You're going to know that I know what you're doing. And I don't care. I'm not going to be the bigger person. That's it. That's not being a bigger person. I will set my boundaries. You will not cross them. If you cross them, I will be on your doorstep. If I'm on your doorstep, you're going to tell me to my face what you said behind the computer. And if you got the balls to do it, then so be it. But if you don't got the balls to do it, I guess your life's going to be fucked up then, isn't it? I do draw the line. When you talk about my kids, I'm going to respond. Thank you, Mindy, for that. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Hello, stupid people. Anyway, like, don't fuck with me. Don't do it because you have problems. You need to go to therapy. You're an addict. You talk like an addict. You're an addict. And you're a see you next Tuesday. Okay, so anyway, I know. Why would she even care? Exactly. And Jason is on my arm. That would be Jason. She's like, all you do is Keith, Keith, Keith. I'm like, yeah. And the other part I do is Jason when he allows me. He's entitled to tell me what I can do with him as well. He doesn't like to be as public. So, yeah, I don't even know when the new moon is. I haven't even looked at it. I know it's coming up. I think it's today. Is it today? Anyway, thank you for that. So, no, I'm telling you, on these channels, stop commenting on people's shit. Don't comment about their appearance. That's what I'm saying, though. You have to get used to saying things like, when they say the unvaccinated, they try to make it like you're Jewish in Germany during the war. You're the unvaccinated. Shut the fuck up. I don't have to put in my body. All the abortionists, wait, let me read this because I'm an asshole, okay? So let me read this. This is Yahoo. I'm going on to Yahoo. Okay, let's go on to Yahoo right now. So I'm going on to Yahoo. Let's look at what it says in the news on Yahoo, the supposed news. Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, don't be sorry. I'm going to just comment on them. If you come on this channel and say some bullshit to me about my kids, I'm always going to bring it up. And if you think that that makes you a good person, you know, whatever, or important, whatever. But I'm still going to correct it because you don't get to say shit like that on my channel. And you don't get to talk about my children unless you want me to come and knock the shit out of your fucking ugly ass face. And you are an ugly bitch. Anyway. Okay, so when we look at it, they're talking about, okay, this is right here. I can't show you really, but it says Planned Parenthood. Go Google on Yahoo right now. Google on Yahoo. Okay, so where Americans stand on abortion right now. 1 in 4 American states' efforts to impose strict limitations on abortion access have been made them more supportive of abortion rights. Okay. So first of all, why is the government telling women, because it's women who get abortions, what the fuck I can do with my uterus? Now, I'm not talking morally. I'm not talking that. I'm saying, on what planet does the government have a right to involve themselves in a woman's reproductive organs? Forget God, forget Buddha, Allah, all of it, Jesus, all of it. Just ask yourself, who died and left old white men in charge of women? Now, if women are in charge of their body, as they all go out there and protest, it's my body, my right. Why the fuck are you talking about a vaccine? Why the fuck are you talking about a vaccine? Why are you saying I have to take a vaccine? It either is my body, my right, or I'm a complete slave to the government. It's the state government, it's not the feds. Yeah. So why is it not up to the doctors who choose to do the surgery? Now, I can see if they don't want to do it. That's their choice. That's their choice. Like if you're a doctor and you don't want to do abortions, then don't do abortions. That's perfectly fine. You have a right to I'm not going to work with clients I don't want to work around. I'm not going to do it. I'll send your money back. If you fuck with me, I'm sending you. I don't care. Why does the government in anybody's life get to tell you, your daughter, whoever, why, okay? Yeah, why don't guys get vasectomies? Exactly. Why don't they wear condoms? I've yet to meet a man that wears a condom, except for like working men, gay men. I've yet to see a man wear a condom, okay? I've yet to see that. I've never seen a man around me put a fucking condom on, okay? Never. And if they get you pregnant, they just expect you to have an abortion. And I'm going to say that. So why don't they go do it? Oh, no, it might hurt them. Really? Okay. All right. And you do know what they do with those abortion stem cell selling. They got you all fucking thinking it's okay over here. If you really knew what they did, there was a Harvard doctor that just got arrested for having hundreds of bones, organs from Harvard for a study that he would sell to people in like occult type businesses. Okay. Yeah, I know. Ignore Willie. I mean, they want you to calm down, honey. Don't you love that? Hello. Calm down, honey. Okay, first of all, I'm not your honey, just saying. I don't really care. But anyway, oh my God, Beth, a year before you met. Interesting. That's interesting. Excuse me. So here's the thing with it. Unless you get used to people calling you names, I know Harvard is huge. Unless you get used to, and don't donate your organs. Keith told me that. I was always an organ donator because I was brainwashed. Keith told me, don't donate your organs. And thank God his were unusable the day that he passed because he lay outside, so they were unusable. But I'm sure they harvested his 6'4" genetics and took his DNA off the street. I'm sure they did it and used it for something because he's such a beautiful specimen of a man, young man. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they stole something. I never thought to go and ask them or put a legal lock on it. I couldn't think. Yeah, exactly. So, you have to allow people to call you names. So you got to let the names roll off you, which is really hard for me because if you call me a whore, I'm going to get wombatty on your ass. But you just have to. If they call you unvaccinated, so what? Like, yeah, okay. I'm also cute. I'm unvaccinated and cute. And what's your point? And what are you going to do about it? And, oh, you're a bad blah, blah. And so what? Another thing John says, and so what? Sew a button. Sorry. Yeah, they take the organs. Oh, I'm sure they did. But his organs didn't work because yeah, my son was very tall. Yeah, John's tall, 6'2". He's shrinking a little bit. Jason's about 6'3". So yeah, John's shrinking. He's almost 80. I'm sorry, he's 77. So we say almost 80. He's doing pretty good. Yeah, so a button, exactly. Yeah. Okay, Americans shouldn't be polarized by Trump, DeSantis, Obama, Clinton. I don't even know who's running. You know why? Because they all work for the same bank. They are, yeah, John is almost 80, 77. He is. John was born in 1946. John's daughter was born in June of 1966. Sloan was born in August of 1966. I am younger than his daughter by 2 months, and I am 9 months older than his first son, Jimmy, who was born in 67, December 9th. So that is that story. He really is almost 80, like he is. He's still really a tall man. Anyway, all of the politicians, all of them, hear me clearly, every single man, politician or woman, senator, politician, I don't care. They get yes, it's true, on my way to 808. Yeah. May 25th of 65. Yeah, you got that I'm sorry, Virgo squares. Yeah, John is still active. I drag John out in the middle of the night to take him on road trips. He gets up at 1:40 in the morning to get in the car with me to pack the bag. That's right, big bad John, exactly. Gets out to pack the bag. And he drives with me. And we go on 7-hour drives to get to a mountain. And then he walks around the top and finds things and does them and then picks me up so I don't have to walk the fuck back over to the other side. It is a good thing. Anyway, any politician, okay? And I know, but John is my baby daddy, and really I'm a one-person person. Yeah, we are still friends. We were just at dinner last night. I showed y'all the picture. I showed you the picture. This is Kenna, our son Jason, granddaughter Lila, John with the hat on in the back, and me. There we all are, right there. We are right there. Anyway, that's what we look like. Those are the Bellas and the Kenna. Kenna and Lila, all of them. Yeah, it's cute, huh? Yeah, of course. I still do things because I want to be part of my family. I didn't want to be not part of my family. I just wanted what was going on to stop. So I had to put a stand. So now I'm in control of my life and I can do that. Yeah, Lila's tall. She's going to be nice and tall. She is. She got tall on her side too. John does look like Biden. John looks a little bit like Larry David. People used to think he was Larry David. So yeah, Lila's getting super excited. Super excited. Yeah. Super duper excited. She's so excited. 72 on July 10th. Excellent, Kat. I'm a holistic detective and spell breaker. Good job, Kat. Okay, so with the politicians, understand Trump is a billionaire. There's no way, I don't care how he got his billionaire. I know Lila's coming over after I get back from the film festival. So not tomorrow, this week, the week after. Biden is a clone. I don't think John's a clone. He seems the same. 74, happy birthday, Susan. Jason, I think there's a boy coming. Keith showed me a boy. I don't know where that boy went, but because this is a girl, I'm not sure where that little grandbaby boy went. Let's see if I can find the picture. Yeah, okay, so there's my Keithy when he was 21. Right there, just turned 21. So you can see I'm 5'6" and that's Keithy. Look at his sweet little face. This is going on this arm, by the way, for those who don't like the pictures. That's what's happening. Cute. You can see he's tall, right? There. So, exactly. So anyway, he was very handsome boy. Very handsome. Yeah, baby number 3, I think, is going to come. I know, I love that picture. It's going to go over here. And then Jason and his daughter, when I get a good picture. Keithy was very good looking. Blonde, green-eyed, and very good looking. And a nice kid. And Jason's a nice kid. Happy 60th birthday. Okay, so when the mic is back, it is back. So when you're looking at politicians, they put Trump in a position to play one thing. He's not a politician. So the brainwashed masses are like, but he's not a politician. And if you go back in TV, you'll hear Joan Rivers saying, Trump's going to be president one day. You'll hear Clinton saying Trump's a good guy, right? And you'll hear all of that stuff going on, right? Hi from Arizona. I love Arizona. 63. Awesome. So you'll hear all of that shit. It's a chess game. Trump is not a billionaire. I know his father, he came from it in family, but he's not a billionaire without playing those games. How he plays them and how far into it he chooses to go, he is not going to get there. Neither is DeSantis, and they all have siblings that have died. They all have family members that have died. It's controlled opposition all the way. And if you think your vote is like a good thing, yeah. No, because it's like saying Dodgers versus whoever. That's why they have sports games, to get you into a stupid mindset of A or B. There is no A or B. Happy birthday to your dad on the 16th. That's so cool. 89. Good for him or bad for him. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible what they do because they make you think you can only do this or that. Says fucking who? Who the fuck are you? Nah. So remember that. That when you hear DeSantis say some stuff, that's what he wants you to say, okay? I am an anarchist. But Peter, why is it only men over the age of 70 that I have a choice to vote from? Or Hillary Clinton? Why is that it? Oh no, there's many people in the running. Yeah, but they don't. I mean, it's fucking garbage. It's Dodgers or whatever, Giants, whatever. They get you in a mindset, A or B. I'm Labatt's, I'm Coors. I'm Bud, I'm Coors. Who the fuck cares? Shut the fuck up. Oh, well, you voted, then you're right. You have integrity. Shut up. You don't have any integrity. You're just following what they want you to do. You're a slave. When Prince wrote slave on his face, he was right. Absolutely right. They are messing with us. And you have to step back and understand that you can do whatever you want, obviously. but they mess with us. Newcastle, UK, hi there. There will be no new social order, Peter, because you cannot get people who are authentic without buying them off, because everybody's so gosh darn greedy for the cash that they think, oh, I mean, how much money does Trump have? And why is his reputation so bad as a businessman at this point? I know people who worked with him personally on his TV show who thought he was very, very good, kind and nice, and these are women. But I'm asking you literally, what is he doing? What is Bill Gates doing? Bill Gates is always philanthropy to himself, to his foundation. And Bezos, bug-eyed Bezos, and that little bitch he's with, what are they? Do you hear them talk about the sex magic ritual and the club that they belong to? Right? Do you hear them talking about that? Do you think that that's not true? Do you think that that's not true? Thank you for that. Thank you. Do you think it's not true? It's true. Why is Bezos saying that? I'm Jeff Bezos and I'm basically fucking ugly. And people go, but he worked. He worked so hard. No, track it back to his families. They are not giving you any fucking money unless it's what his parents did. Same with Elon Musk. Keith told me, my son told me way back when, he said if Bill Gates created Microsoft, that's bullshit. And if you listen to Gates, it's like an octopus talking. What the fuck is that? What is that? He didn't do anything. He comes from a family that owns. Bezos doesn't look, he looks cloned because of how the eye is. He does look cloned. But I don't know where Bono is, but see, they call us truthers. I'm going to say this again, and I say this all the time. I say this in my own family. He does have an injured larynx. It's terrible. Here's the problem. I'm going to say this. When you believe what they're saying, okay, when you believe it, you become part of the slavery. The timeline switching is being done in order to enslave us. They call us truthers. Every single parent on planet Earth, even the crack addicts, say to their kids, don't do drugs, don't smoke, get a good job, be a good person. So why are we voting for the exact opposite of that? Trump is not a good person by the way he talks. He is not a good person by the way he talks. But he talks like most men I know in the strip clubs, don't you? And notice how they now say, yeah, he talks like most men in the strip clubs, Trump. He's going to grab him by the pussy. Do you know the shit I saw? Do you know the shit I saw in the strip clubs? Yeah, I don't know. That no politician is ever going to help this country because they are getting money for it. They are doing what they're told to a certain point. Trump did not help us by pushing the vaccines through for his pharmaceutical buddies that he took donations from, okay? That he took donations from before the thing that Reagan did in 87 or 84 or 86, I don't know, the vaccine law that comes out of jurisdiction next year where you can sue Pfizer and you can sue them. So fucking Trump said, here, let's take all your tax money and throw it at you like I'm doing something for you. You are a piece of shit for doing that, you piece of shit. Who are you, loser? Fucking honestly, if you're 400 pounds, you need to understand that you are going to be affected by diseases worse than other people. Really, you are. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you think you can eat to be 400 pounds. You cannot without having repercussions. Now, what is behind your eating could be an addiction, could be a genetic thing, could be a body issue. Those things have to be found out. Barron Trump is one of them. You certainly don't think his wife, she's gorgeous, but you certainly don't fucking think that they're going to have a child that isn't one of them. They're born into these societies. It's like being born Catholic. You got a whole group of fucking Catholics around you, or being born Satanist. You got a whole group of Satanists around you. Whatever it is. I'd love to come to the UK, Andy. That would be so fun. Um, so you're born into those. You're born into those societies. So I used to be 325. Good for you, Jill. You lost it. It's so hard. I lost 100 pounds twice, pregnancies, but I was 198 after I had Keith. And that was pretty fucking bad. My feet hurt like hell. Anyway, and I had a sugar addiction. Did you know and I still have a food addiction. I'm either an overeater or an undereater. Okay. I warned an obese YouTuber. Yeah. You know what? It's interesting. We have pushed common sense right out the window. Oh, you can't say obese is a bad thing or being fat. It is a bad thing. You need to at least be 10 pounds within your normal weight. At least. Because your body will shut down. Your body will shut down. If you don't care about that, then you don't care about that. Whatever. Yeah, it is hard on your body because all the organs inside get fatter. Now, people have their reasons. Did you want more children? Well, now looking back that Keith is dead, yes, but I didn't take the opportunities when I had them to do that. So, I mean, you have a lot of problems when you're heavy. And what they want is a society that's heavy. Make no mistake about it. Let's see. I know, but see, at 600 pounds, somebody is enabling you to be that much because you cannot get out of bed. So the truth hurts. No kidding. Just eat fake food. I don't know what that means. They put so many problems on society by putting McDonald's and Jack in the Box. It is hard on your joints. Yeah, it is hard on your joints. Yeah, Vanessa, one step at a time. It's hard. I had a hard time this morning. I could hardly breathe going up that mountain. I had a hard time. But I was like, I'm going to do it because that's what I'm going to do. So I did. And then I was like, fuck, why did I do that? I'm 5'640. That's great. 5'640 is very normal. That is normal. Be within 20 pounds, but you understand even 20 pounds on your body is a lot. Oh, hi, Bobby. How was Father's Day with Lucas? Bobby took the most beautiful picture. She took the most beautiful picture. 81. Wow. Paul McCartney. Alternate days fasting. Yeah, you have to keep your weight under control. It's a problem. It's a problem. Definitely a problem in our society. Like, who wants their kid? Just think about this. Every time you hear an adult, yes, depression makes everybody unmotivated. Let me tell you something about depression. I have struggled with depression my entire life. I was suicidal as a little kid. No joke. Being serious. Please, on the YouTube and the internet, stop using code words for suicide. It's a thing. It's in the dictionary. People do it. Anyway, I had such depression. So that's when I was a little kid, 5. I put on some sneakers and I walked out the door. Okay. I walked out the door and I walked to the park and I walked back. This became a habit. And what is that habit? It is cardiovascular exercise. They have proven it to be more effective. We can use code words. No, you see, when you use code words because of censorship, you're allowing them to censor you. I do not use code words because I'm a fucking grown-ass woman and I'll speak the way I choose. And if they censor me, then they fucking censor me, okay? Meditation helps anxiety. Food is too damn good. How can anyone be anorexic? Well, exactly. But they have proven, good for you, 15 pounds. That's super awesome. They have proven that cardiovascular exercise reprograms your brain more than pills. So if it reprograms your brain more than pills, why don't you just try 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day? Why don't you just try it? No, they're blue. They're gray blue to match my tattoo. See? I match. Anyway, I match everything to my tattoos. So cardiovascular exercise will shift the way your wiring works. Meditation, if only 2 minutes a day, will start to literally, I say COVID-19, COVID. Speak truthfully. Do not allow censors to censor you. We are grown-ups. COVID is out there. Are you telling me I can't use the word COVID because YouTube thinks it's a bad word? Why are they doing that? Stop being adults and using fucking stupid words when they censor you. Get in their face with it. The reason YouTubers don't use the actual words, and they use, look, I'm getting stuffed up, and they use words like smexual and essayed, and they use those words. It's because they are greedy. Hear me clearly. They want the money that their channel brings in. Speak properly, risk losing the money, and stop censorship. You can hear my nose is totally stuffed now. That's why they're using the words. It's cowardly. So they kick you off, Dakota. So what? You go somewhere else. That's what being a warrior is. That's how you stop censorship, not by acquiescing and using code words so they can keep their censorship going like, like this. And by the way, disinformation, that fucking ugly piece of shit from Facebook. What's his name? What's that guy's name? Facebook guy. Zuckerberg. That guy turned around and said, well, we didn't realize that we at Facebook didn't understand that they didn't know the medical stuff about the vaccines. And so Zuckerberg said, and like, so like, we made a mistake. All right, you fucking asshole. You censored people. Fight back in your world. That's how you do it, people. It's one person at a time. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Speak. God will protect you. If you're not here on YouTube, your people will go and find you somewhere else. But the reason content creators do not use the actual words like fucking grown-ups is because they're concerned for their own checkbook. That's what that is. I too am concerned for my own checkbook, but I refuse to use the fake words, if only to show you acronyms. I refuse. My videos get banned. They get blocked from money. They get all kinds of shit. What is that? What is that? Why are you making me? Trump is not going to jail, okay? Oh my God, it's a game. It's a fucking game. It's a game. It is a game. Trump is not going to jail. They're distracting so everybody can go, oh my God, look what Trump did. Look what Biden did. Look what Obama did. Look what, Bush and Obama are one and the same. Do you not get that? They put him on, thank you, Bobby. Thank you for that. They put him on separate teams. You are never going to win. Your vote does not fucking count. Nothing you say or do matters, and nobody cares. So you literally have to stop believing in this system. And that's why they are switching timelines like they are doing that. They are switching it because we are figuring it out. So if they shake the boat up in turbulence or shake the airplane up in turbulence, everybody's, ooh, so scared. Stop being scared of dying. Stop it. That's why you took the vax, because you were scared of dying. You're going to die anyway. You're going to be scared. It's unknown. You're going to die anyway. So stop. People go, what if you die? Yeah, what if you live? My answer is to them, what if you live? What if you live? What if you live? You're going to die. Why are you getting in a car, you pussy? Why are you fucking smoking a cigarette? Why are you drinking 4 drinks a week? Why are you eating Taco Bell and McDonald's? You're going to die. Oh, no. They don't care about that. Just get your vaccine. Just get your vaccine. Well, I think I've been proven correct by the CDC, not that I trust them, because they literally said the highest death rate, it's now a pandemic of the vaccinated. So get that through your fucking heads. Y'all caused young people heart palpitations. You caused people problems. You caused them all kinds of shit. Learn how to eat right to get your body correct so you don't have to go on pharmaceuticals. Yeah, fear is always that. I know I'm going to die, and, because, you know why? I have a stepson and a son, both died before the age of 30. So, running from a vaccine, what are you, a coward? I can't. I just can't. I just cannot. I can't. I mean, it's your choice, and you do whatever you want to do. I don't care what you do, but for the love of God, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, especially when you look as unhealthy as you do in the government and you look the way you look. Don't open your mouth to my face to tell me shit, because you don't do what I do and I don't do what you do. So shut your fucking mouth and go about your business. Who died and left these people? These people take our tax money. It is our money. It is our money. It's not their money. We are not beholden to them. They work for us. Get that really fucking straight. They work for us. They are employed by us. And why are we surprised when people tell the truth? Do you not tell your children to tell the truth, or would you prefer they lie? Most people live in a delusion. Well, the women got the right to vote. They don't like women. They do not like women. They don't like, I love Arizona. They do not like women. Get that clear. Women have power. We can give birth. They do not like us. They want to rip us up. They want us looking like Kardashians. They want, and I heard some crazy shit. Crazy shit. OJ, I lived through that trial. There was John staring at the TV with OJ. Anyway, I have my OJ stories. You know those. But long, boring story short, and my Cato Cato's, I ran into Cato Kalin prior to the whole murder thing and after on production things and things like that, way, way back in the day. Anyway, long, boring story short. They are saying, and it was Dick Gregory. I watched this great thing. Oh, good for you. Down 5 years, down 100 pounds. Dave, that's amazing. It took me 3 years to lose like 90 pounds. And while I was breastfeeding and still working, and I was working hard, and my body, well, the last 15 pounds it wouldn't go. And I'm not going to lie, with Keith, I went on fen-phen after Keith. I went on fen-phen. Yeah. But I didn't take the sleeping, the downer part, just the upper part. Fen-phen. And my doctor was jacked high as a kite. I used to prescribe John medicine from my doctor. He's like, I'm not taking the medicine you and your friends are prescribing. Because I used to work out with Dick Gregory, very brief, short time when he was at the Burbank YMCA, way back in the day. I think my kids, Keith, he must have been like 2, maybe even before that. Okay, so yes, probably I have a valve leak too. You can get off. I was going to say that, Dave. Sugar has a frequency that talks to other sugar. When I was having anxiety, I could hear the frequency of sugar talking in my body. It gave me anxiety. It revved it up, and to calm it down, it made me want to go eat sugar. So sugar is an addiction. Okay, so Dick Gregory, so fucking on point. And yes, I did take John and Jason, Kenna and Rascal for her birthday, Father's Day last night. And we had so much fun. Since you asked, I'm going to show the picture again. I'm really sorry. But I have to show you the picture. Because that's who I am. I am a mother, and I realize we all think our kids are cute. There is our family picture. Mama Kenna is about to have the baby. Look at that. She's going to have the baby very soon. And then there's me and birthday girl Rascal. Lila is now 12. She forgot her tiara in the car. Tiara. She didn't want to walk back and get her tiara. She had on a banner and a tiara. It was so cute. Yeah. No, happy Father's Day, Bobby. It's Lila's birthday. But yeah, she is. She's 12. I get to see her the week after this. She's going to come spend time with me. Kenna is feeling like you think she would feel. She's ready to have the baby, and she's tired. She just stopped working. So she's on her maternity leave, which is so great. She's a makeup artist. She's on her feet all day. So that has to be hard. And her little belly, she had her little hands resting on it. It was so cute. She was so cute. Yeah, Lila is grown up. She's beautiful. She's ready, but I think they think it's going to be coming early. So Jason's like, yeah, July 4th is good. That was my Aunt Betty's birthday. And anyway, he says, because he loves fireworks. I'm like, okay. It could be Bobby's birthday, July 6th, or it could be Jason's. The due date is July 14th. Jason's due date was July 10th. He came on the 14th. Keith's due date was December 16th. He came on the 18th. So with each kid, I got 2 days quicker in having them. Not really quick, but quicker. Okay, getting back to my point. So Dick Gregory is talking, and thank you for asking about my children. I love you guys for the support. I just can't even tell you how much July 3rd. See, I can't tell you how much that you have brought to my life with all your stories. Oh, before I get back to Dick Gregory, I wanted to shout out to our beautiful, Derek is July 18th. There you go. I said Bobby's birthday, Derek's the 18th. He's a Cancer crab too. Anyway, little crabby crabs. All right, so I wanted to do a shout out to Jackie. She's on here. Jackie, whose daughter Angie was taken from Earth, I believe it was in 2017 on Father's Day. So I'm praying for Jackie and her husband. I want to say his name is Tim. I hope I got that right. I really do. Jackie and her husband. I'm more talk to Jackie than her husband, but I am shouting out because her beautiful daughter Angie was murdered, and it was Father's Day, and I believe it was 2017. And so I'm shouting out. I left her a message, but it looks like the phone's off. And July 9th, that's John's best friend, is July 9th. So Jackie has fought for her daughter. Angie is her daughter. So I'm acknowledging Angie and Jackie and her husband, who I think's name is Tim. I hope I did not get that wrong, with all my heart, because I came to know Jackie through this channel, and through her pain, she was so gracious to our family, which was amazing given the fact that her family had gone through so much. And Jackie has been sick for so long. She's been sick for so long, and meaning she had an injury last year and then something happened and she's been unable to walk. So my prayers are with her family and for Angie, because Angie has often showed up. Natalie will know this on this channel. Natalie, beautiful Natalie, who I thank, she supports this channel. Natalie literally called me one day and told me about a dream she had with Keith, described Angie, and brought in specific information, and it was amazing. So I was able to tell Jackie that about Angie, who was with Keith, which was confirmed by Deanna because they were traveling together and working on the other side. So to anybody who's lost a child on Father's Day, for all you fathers who've lost children, I don't even know what to say. That goes for my husband, ex-husband, John, who's lost 2 boys, and anybody, and it's not lost, 2 people have transitioned. You don't lose them, they transition. We transition. So for anybody who has a child on this day that is not here, my prayers are with you. For anybody. I mean, it's just, I lived with John when Jimmy died, and that was bad enough. But to lose my own blood child from my body, I just about died. I don't know how I'm upright. And I don't know how any of you are. I don't know. I give credit to anybody who gets up without stabbing themselves in the forehead after that, because it's so absolute. Yes, we did last night have a complete timeline change. It's so unbelievably painful. I think I'd rather go through anything else but that. And I do think the way your child passes, I have a friend, a shout out to Jennifer, and her beautiful son. I'll just tell this story. I got totally off topic of Dick Gregory. But anyway, Arlene is a friend of mine. You heard me mention her, and she grew up with a girl named Jen. And Jen had a beautiful son. And her beautiful son, she wanted me to do a reading on him. And I think it was like in August of 2021, she called me, and I just didn't want to do the reading. So I just said, I'm not working since Keith and whatever. She's a family friend. Anyway, I think it would be September. It might have been late August. I forget when he passed, but it was 2021. He literally ended up jumping off a bridge in I think it was 2021. And so my heart goes out to her. She literally was thrown into the same kind of thing. But what happens when people's children pass through murder or through their own actions and through drug addiction and through accident, there's different responses to each of it. And I don't think we all understand. Her boy was the same age as Keith. And I know her daughter. I do not know her other son, but the daughter comes out here and stays with Arlene. And it was unbelievable. When I heard it, I was just slammed into my body. And she is carried on. Thank you for that. Thank you, Joe, so much. Thank you. She is carried on. And I just remember talking to her, and I was like, it was just unbelievable. He had been having troubles and had tried a drug, and I want to say it was ketamine. Might be getting that wrong. And yeah, and Jen is lovely. Me, Jen, and I don't have that picture. It's on my Facebook. Me, Jen, Arlene, and John were all in Vegas in 2018 for a wedding renewal. And so Jen was in our attachment room. It was me and John and Arlene and Jen. And just for me to go through it and then her to go through it and just to watch her strength is amazing. Jackie's strength is amazing. Everybody on here who's lost a child. Lisa, I know Lisa lost 2 sons without saying it. Another watcher on this channel, just apart from each other. And God bless everybody who carries on after huge, horrific shit. I don't even know what to say because I'm in it and I don't know how. I mean, I think I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I got here like this. Aw. Yeah, of course you do, Kat. Of course you do. You miss him. Jason missed Jimmy. Jason missed Jimmy his whole life. He has a whole thing. Yeah. I don't know how anybody, I don't know how John dealt with it. I don't know how John dealt with it. I remember that day. I remember I covered my ears. I just remember. I remember him. He went gray overnight when Jimmy died. I remember. And it was so hard because Keith was just a baby, newborn. Jason was 3.5. And it was fucking horrific. That was horrific. And so, yeah. So, yeah, anyway, I know. And for all the fathers that have lost children, it's devastating for them too. So, yeah. Oh my God. Brandy 7. Oh, geez. Yeah. Brandy, I feel badly for all your family who doesn't get to love your brother anymore. That's what I'm saying. If somebody commits suicide, that's a different response to the death. And I will pray for your brother. And then an accident, yeah, motorcycle. So on an accident, car accident, motorcycle. The one that got me, thank you for that. The one that got me, this accident that happened in Burbank, and it happened, Brandy, that's my friend Jen. That's what happened to her in 2021. And just the look on her face, and she handled it with such grace. And people make a distinction. And it's weird because our son Keith died in an accident, me and John. And then one of John's really good friends' son passed away the following September from the same thing as Brandy's brother, taking their own life, allegedly in jail. I question it. And he was a grown man. And I just met his son, and that kid's a young kid. And I'm like, how does that kid go through life knowing that his father took his own life, which I don't believe, by the way. But anyway, I just don't know what to say. 2 months ago. Yeah, Bobby, right? In Vegas. Shit happens in Vegas. That's where this other guy, I'm so sorry for that as well. It's unbelievable. So there's different reactions. The one I had the hardest problem with, and I don't even know the people, it was a comedian's son in Burbank, and it was 3 kids. Keith's friends knew them, and maybe Keith knew them, but some of Keith's friends knew them. There was this dad, this asshole father, speaking of, and he had his one son, and I think the father had 2 young girls in the car with him and one son, and he was racing another son. The father was driving a Mercedes, and the son was driving a Kia. And then there are 2 underage girls in the car with the father and the other son. And then, I know, Bobby, it's terrible. I'm praying for him too. And there was a group of high school kids turning left on Glen Oaks in Burbank. And I don't know what happened to this. Yeah. Oh my God. That just blew my mind. I couldn't stop crying, and I don't even know the people. And anyway, they were coming home, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. This father told his son in the other car, in the car he was driving, turn your headlights off. Turn your headlights off. This is a father directing, I mean, what? Mr. Midlife Crisis? What? Anyway, he turned, they're racing down the street, and the kids are coming home from a party, 3 of them in a car. They turned left. They couldn't see the car. Yes, in Burbank. Yes, there you go. I lived in Burbank on Tujunga for 30 years. Between Bel Air and, I can't remember. The top. You know, the top. I can't think of it. Bel Air and the other street. Whatever. Anyway, there. We lived right in the middle. You probably know where I'm talking about. Anyway, the kids turned left to go up the street to their home. Good kids. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mary. I'll pray for your brother too. 30 years doesn't make it any easier. And these 3 kids got killed. This fucked up man with no lights on in his car, and his other kids, okay, his other kid in the other car. The kids, 3 kids died on impact. That's 3 children. I haven't heard what happened in the court case. His other son was in the hospital. That kid lived. I don't know if he's lived now or not. Not really his fault exactly, because his dad's encouraging this, which means there's coercive abuse. But that kid's ruined for life. He just took the life of 3 other people. The father in the Mercedes, no problem. I hope that guy rots in hell. I mean, I'm just thinking about that. What the hell is that? What is that? Yeah, no, 3 beautiful kids. And I forget what street, but I can see the street because I kept driving by. And there's still the memorials out there. Yes, that's it. There you go, Shay Ray. That's it. Tony Baker's. I was like blown. I couldn't stop crying. Lori called me. I called Lori, Libra Lori, and we just couldn't. I just couldn't. I'm like, no lights on. What the fuck? Like, dude, you're a grown man with kids. Besides the fact you're teaching them to be shitty under the influence, no doubt, and racing on Glen Oaks, what is wrong with you? You just took out 3 beautiful children, and you can't take that back. And then his own son has to live with that, which to me, I would rather be dead than live with that. Terrible. Terrible. I mean, just, I know, for no reason. I don't know. I'm going to look that up. I don't know what happened to those kids. I don't. And I'm getting back to Dick Gregory and OJ on a totally rant. No, that was like, was it last year before Christmas? Oh my God, Allison, I'll pray for your husband. Good for him. It was so unbelievable to read. Lori and I were like, what the actual fuck, right? What the fuck? Hi there, Michael the realist. Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. I'm going to look up. And the father was like, he got there, and the people on the street, the kids were in their yard. I mean, they flew out. It's just, and I know, I saw my son dead on the ground. I know what that looks like. I don't know if that father, I mean, if that father is in jail, but I don't know. I never heard, like, Burbank covers it up. Yeah, it was August 6, 2021. Going up to Christmas, I had a hard time with that. That's what it was. 2021. I had such a fucking hard time with that one because I think it was Dorian's brother that were friends. They were just at a party with one of the kids that just had a birthday. I was like, what the fuck happened? Let's see. Yeah, well, it's in the Burbank Police Department, so you know nothing will get done by it. No offense. No offense. There are some good police on the force, but Jesus. Yeah, they were pronounced dead. Yeah, the coroner. Look at that. 21, 19, and 20 going home. The father driving the Mercedes. The kids were racing. That's why the kids turning left. I mean, the father with the underage kids in his car or teenagers, like, grow up, buddy. Grow up. And he was racing his other son, if I'm correct. I might not be. And, yeah, the 2 others, including 1 passenger, and the Kia were taken to the hospital. And the Kia was the kid. They had their lights off. So when the kids one teen charged with murder, not the dad, not the fucking father. What are their names? I think we should stalk this family, not stalk them. I think we should actually demand that there be actions, because whoever was racing, yes, Tree Williams died on a motorcycle. I don't know what to say. Motorcycles are dangerous. I'm sorry to anybody who loves them. But anyway, they turn their lights off. If you're going to race, at least put your lights on so that the people turning left because they're going home have to be able to fucking see you. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna have to look into that because it pissed me off so bad, and I've been wondering what happened. Thank you for telling me that. Anyway, let's see. I know. Hi, Jimmy Page. I'm here. Happy Father's Day. Okay, back to Dick Gregory. So Dick Gregory I just saw it, a thing on OJ. And he was talking about OJ, okay? And he was saying that OJ, now listen to this. OJ was Andover. Thank you. I go by it every day, and I'm like, I still don't know the fucking street. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, you're from my neck of the woods. Well, I'm Canada via Burbank. Yeah, good for you, Beth, because the motorcycles, I mean, after seeing Keith's beautiful body, and I couldn't even put my son in clothes because his body was so broken and detached. So for the funeral, they wrapped him like a baby in for the viewing, a baby. He looked like a baby angel wrapped because they could not dress him because the bones were so out of shape that he wouldn't fit in to any clothes. So they wrapped him like an angel. And I could see that his nose was broken too, but I thought his face was so beautiful. Weird thing to say. I look at that picture a lot. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have to look at that picture. Nobody should. No, not all Catholics are Jesuits. Jesuits are Jesuits. Young girl from BC who went missing. 12 years ago. I'm going to have to remember that one. All right, Dick Gregory. For God's sakes, back to Dick Gregory. O.J. Simpson was illiterate, they say. So his godfather was Willie Mays. So if you want to, thank you all for the condolences. I can't stop ever talking about it. You know, I just talk about it. That's how I handle my grief. If you know me, you're going to know my sons, and you're going to know my Keith, and I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so O.J. Simpson's godfather was Willie Mays, I want to say. Willie Mays, I might have the celebrity athlete wrong. Anyway, they put him into like a, there you go, Lincoln Street in Burbank. I know it. Anyway, Willie Mays put OJ into a regular school on the down low because he was kind of stupid. After 2 years, thank you. I don't know how to say your handle. After 2 years, they put him into UCLA. So they took the uneducated, tried to educate him. Of course, he's not going to catch up. And then they put him into UCLA, where he completed to just break all of the records for football. Then suddenly he gets his, I know, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make people cry, but it's true. So I know what it's like to find your son dead on the ground because I've been there. So does John. He found Jimmy dead on the ground. 1 foot in the car, the rest of them is 6 foot, almost 5 on the ground. And I keep switching topics. And I remember John crawled over the police tape from the wall at his work, crawled over, saw Jimmy with 1 leg in the car, 1 leg on the ground. I mean, the rest of his body and his head on the ground. Saw Jimmy dead, didn't believe it. Went and phoned Cindy, Jimmy's girlfriend, and said, Cindy, where's Jimmy? She said, I don't know. He didn't come home last night. And so John tried to call everybody so that somebody would say that Jimmy was alive, but he wasn't. So after John saw Jimmy on the ground dead, it was a drug overdose. After he saw that, he still wouldn't believe it. So he split in his head and wouldn't believe it. And I wouldn't go pick him up because I had the little kids and I couldn't. I don't know how OJ read a script. I'm telling you that he wasn't educated the way that they say. They have people who read the scripts for you and he can probably memorize, like any good dyslexic memorizes, right? Jimmy was a Sag too, double Sag. Jimmy was double Sag with a Pisces moon. So John saw that. He didn't see Keith. When he did see Keith, that just about broke him. Anyway, no, Keith hasn't come to me recently. I talk about Jim. Jimmy has been part of my life. Jimmy's up there above Keith's head. But anyway, so OJ graduated from UCLA and he became a quarterback. You know that. They're going to put you through on the grades. That's no secret. We know that. They want to win football. But here's the thing. In court, OJ said, I did not kill my wife. Now, just humor. Somebody asked Nicole Brown Simpson's mother, when was the last time you talked to your daughter? She said like 11 p.m. Jimmy visited me a lot more than Keith did. She said like 11 p.m. that night. Anyway, the murders were like at 10. So that's kind of weird. So they tried to, that Jimmy was his son, yes. Anyway, they tried to connect OJ to the murders based on that. And then they sealed the cell phone records from Nicole to her mother for 75 years. So what's really going on there? What I can say is that O.J. Simpson was born into a bloodline family, period, because his godfather was Willie Mays, of whoever I just said. So that's a bloodline family. His daughter drowned in the pool when she was 3. God help her, okay, like a poor little girl. OJ's career took off. Nicole got murdered. But why is this all happening? OJ's father was a transgender, and that's common knowledge. Like, it's out there now, but that was a problem for OJ. So there's systematic traumatic abuse. And if you can find the thing with Dick Gregory, listen to him, because his father was gay. And I knew that before it came out. I could see that with OJ. Nobody screws that many women to that degree, even if you're an athlete, unless you have an inferiority complex about your own dick. Sorry. True story. So all you sex addict men out there, all you're telling me by your compulsive sexual behavior and dating younger women is you have a father trauma. Either you were molested or your father was molested or a molester. I believe that. Personal opinion. Second thing is, the more sex you have, you're trying to find something that you can't find. And the more sex you have, you're probably going to have perverted sex. So you'll sleep with men or women because you're an addict. We all know this. So if you have a lot of sex and you go behind your wife and you do this, we all know. Yeah, David Duchovny. Hi, I was raped. All you're doing is wearing a neon sign saying somebody in your family diddled you. I'm sorry you don't like my verbiage, but that's actually how I feel about it. So I feel that that's a repercussion from that, period. I don't care if you agree with me. This is my observation, knowing many a sex addict in my life. That is what I feel. That is what I know. That is what I know to be true. Yeah. Yep, addicted to the sneaky, exactly. But they're looking for something and they'll do anything to get off. So they'll do anything. They'll shove it up wherever and do whatever. So sad that, yeah, but see, porn, yeah, sad is what porn is. Exactly, David Lee Roth. Sad what porn is doing to men. Men do not have to engage in perverse porn. You can tell the ones that do. The reason they're addicted to pornography is you can tell by what they want to do to women. Suddenly you have teenagers in school saying, I don't want to get pregnant, so I'll let them put it up my ass. Excuse me, young ladies. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. Just no. You're 12 and 13, unacceptable. Unacceptable. That is not a way to avoid pregnancy. It's a way to indoctrinate women into accepting things that they're not old enough at any level to understand what they're doing. It does mess it up too. It messes up everything. And a lot of those people on the porn websites are trafficked kids, trafficked people, drugged people, and it's trauma. And I think they're releasing their trauma from them, like whatever you're watching them doing. I feel like they're releasing their trauma, okay? That's what I feel like, okay? I feel like that's what they're doing. So when they're getting off on camera and it's being filmed, for some reason, I feel like the frequency, and my eye is twitching again, I feel like the frequency is being thrown onto the people watching it. And once you get off on something, like I'll give you an example. He was a sex addict. Yeah, there's different kinds of trauma, absolutely. But when you're a sex addict, promiscuity is part of being sexually abused, period. That's factual. So, like, people got to get a hold of that. If you have a child that is a sex addict or a slutty girl, as they like to call you, or a slutty boy, if you are that, then who in your family touched your kid? Because somebody did. And ain't nobody going to tell me that ain't true. Ron Jeremy, we used to see around Burbank all the time. Yes, Ron Jeremy also. Why are you going into porn? You didn't listen to Tracy Lord's story? What do you think? Every sex worker I worked with, we all come from family backgrounds where strippers are coming from voyeuristic kind of family backgrounds, and you don't have to go into sex work. You can marry a man that exhibits your abuse and trauma, or you can put yourself in your abuse or trauma. But that's factual. I mean, like 89%. Okay, there's the odd one. Men love to say, and I'm here to say, I fucking love men, Happy Father's Day. Having said that, yeah, Bob Crane was a part of the club too. So he was ritualizing everything and they were calling it sex addiction. He was doing ritualistic, same with Rick James. So when men say, no, there's women that love to strip and love to be prostitutes. Really? Is that what they say so they can have control over their lives and stop being called a whore? Is that how they've taken the narrative to twist it? Do you think anybody really wants to fucking do that? Really? 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 Please. I'm not saying you don't find it fun, but if it were that fun, you have to pillow fights. You just have to know the industry to know what it does to people. Look at Jenna Jameson. She's beautiful. Terry's here. Hi, Terry. I'm talking in the, apparently my voice wasn't, that's my old friend from Burbank that we used to work out all the time. Hi, Terry. Special microphone call to Terry, who just lost her husband, Danny. Danny is my friend. Happy Father's Day to Danny, but this is her first Father's Day without her husband, who just passed like 2 months ago. And I know them going back like since Keith was 2. So like 25 years. So this is a microphone. Hi, Terry. Hi, Kate. Hi, Sammy. Hi, grandbabies. Hi, Kate's husband. I can't remember his name. I apologize. Jeez. Okay, microphone down. Anyway. Okay, so when you're talking about these things, okay, when you're talking about these things, people, that's right, people on drugs make bad choices. But why do we glorify alcohol and weed to our children and then expect them to raise children without, hi Dave, how are you? Expect them to raise children without having repercussions for that. So if you think it's okay to lead by example and drink because it's you, then you can't yell at your kids because you can't set the example. I mean, you can yell at your kids. They're not going to fucking listen to you. Did you see no, I didn't. So yet the parents are addicts. That's why they justify. I was a sober parent. I got called stupid and sober quite a bit. It was a joke. We were at my hairdresser, Terry, and I were making a joke, calling me a stupid sober person, but it's an inside joke. Anyway, I got like Tracy Lords. Oh, I didn't mean Tracy Lords. I meant Jenna Jameson. Yeah, Tracy Lords disappeared. Jenna Jameson, look at her, beautiful young woman. Well, she's in her 40s now. She has children. She married the wrestler, typical porn worker, sex worker, stripper choice, an abusive man. Because you know who hangs out in those industries? Abusive men. Men who don't have much respect for women. I know we all like looking at naked people, but that's what weed's illegal everywhere. So Jenna Jameson, I think she had 2 kids by one and another kid by another. And now she's with, oh, your dad gave you a haircut. That's cute, Angela. How's it look? Thumbs up to daddy for cutting hair. And now she's married a woman. Yeah, now she's married a woman. She had a mysterious illness. I don't know. I think it was probably autoimmune. I can't remember. But she, I believe, has talked about what happened in her childhood. You don't end up in porn. No 16-year-old goes out there and says, here, please abuse me in a cold, sterile environment while somebody goes in my orifices that I don't know and really don't like. And you as my manager fuck me and I have to be naked all the time and I can't eat a hamburger and blah, blah, blah. Nobody says that's what they want to do. You may want to go out there and be cute. Like everybody wants to be naked now for some reason, but who does that? Like, I just know it's trauma. I know that from talking. I was in the industry. I know. You're coming from trauma. That's what you're coming from. Yes. Now, here's another turn of events. God, my nose. I'm sorry. Cardi B talks about how stripping saved her life. And I'm going to agree with her on that point because she was getting beaten up by her boyfriend, living with her boyfriend's mother. And she went in the strip clubs and got enough money, so that she could get herself out of an abusive situation. So yeah, there's definite benefits, but here's where the line gets blurred. I left the industry at 23 because I wanted children. So I took my chance. I didn't feel like I had a chance. I wasn't one of those people that thought I'm going to strip till I'm 40. I have friends that did. I wasn't one of those people that thought that that would be a thing that would work for me. Mentally, physically, or there you go. Simone Smith, you're a stripper. Hey, been there, done that. Spent 10 years doing it. But I left at 23 because I was going to get married. And weirdly, the man that I married in the strip club said to me, Bobby's been in the strip clubs too, not stripping, waitressing. But weirdly, the man I met in the strip club said to me, I will never marry a stripper. I was living with him and I'm like, okay, so I'll quit stripping. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had said, you're dating me, I'm living with you. And then he says, I was still playing, it wasn't serious. He fucking didn't tell me he wasn't serious, motherfucker. Please, he wasn't serious. He was being a player. Really? That's who you meet in the strip clubs. Ladies, do not marry men in the strip clubs. John was my second. No, my first husband was from high school, my brief high school. And that one, he was even worse. I mean, as far as his belief system with women, is really bad. Anyway, I know, isn't John funny? So now I don't shut up. I'm like, I'm a stripper. I'm publicly a stripper. Happy Father's Day, John. I am a stripper. Jesus. Oh, not anymore. Too old for that now. I know players don't move girls in. I know that's his way of downgrading. But my point is, in our society, those women see men like that. Yeah, he is. It's hilarious. See men like that who are somewhat abusive, judgmental, whatever kind of abuse it is. Yes, it is smoky in LA. They see you like you are, they can abuse you because you come from it. If I know, yes, I do. I ran up into altitude today. Just about killed me. So I did it. Why did you and John divorce? Because I believe that he drank too much and I did not like the words he was directing at me. So I divorced. And my friend Terry that came on tonight, she can tell you all about our past relationships from years ago. Because ain't nothing changed. So I thought I'd change it. You know, whatever. I have hot water lemon. Yeah, I did leave John year 33 and divorce happened year 35. We just settled property right now and hopefully, yeah, he can be all of those things, Margaret, but you know what? Of course he was, Peter. Of course. Why are you marrying a fucking stripper? Of course. But you know, here's the interesting thing. And I don't know if I should tell this story, but my mother-in-law has long since been dead. When my mother-in-law turned 81, she came back from a movie. She was with Jimmy and Cindy, okay? Her grandson and his girlfriend, Cindy. And so Jimmy and Cindy came back from the movie, and Kay sat down and she said, I was molested by my priest, and so was my sister, and I was 14. 14. She was molested by the priest. Now, here's what's so interesting about that, because she took her son to Catholic school, but she probably figured the molesting was because she was female, right? And because her son was a son. And yeah, she didn't tell me till she was 81 years old. She carried that. Her choice in men was difficult for her as well. And she ended up kind of alone at the end of her life. She lived with us and she ended up kind of alone, meaning no men were in her life. And it was difficult for her. She also went to visit family members and they had like roommates. And this was something, and she would come home early because she told me of shit that happened, not by her family members, but of the friends of the family. So even up until her 70s and 80s, she was still wearing that on her. And that explains a lot. So John actually was marrying different versions of his mother, I feel. I was told about the nuns. Yeah, exactly, Karen, exactly. Um, so I believe that John married different versions of the abuse that his mother suffered. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the person was abused. It can mean they were raised by an abused person who didn't deal with the trauma, and it is carried on to the child, and the child then reenacts it in the spouse, partner, whoever. So yeah, 3 different traumas, 3 different molesters. And if, Billy Joe, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's not supposed to be that way. I don't know if that's what Freud would say. I never studied Freud. I'm telling you from my life experience. And I've lived a life in the sex industry, and I grew up in childhood sexual abuse. So I absolutely fucking understand it from a perspective of personal experience. So I'm going to say my opinion. And of course, you motherfuckers don't like the opinion, you crack up trolls. But yeah, that's exactly right. Wow, I got it. Oh, F-16s. Yeah. So for anybody, I know Billy Joe, see, I wasn't the best parent, but I've tried to apologize to my son as the best as I can and hope to your son was molested by a babysitter. Exactly. It's 1 in 3 kids, male and female. So no kids, you literally have to watch your kids. And do you notice I'm talking about child molesters here and somebody's telling me not to curse? I think you should go in your family and talk about the people who want to molest their children. While we glorify Al Pacino dating somebody who's 29, making him a fucking pedo, adult pedo, that's what he is. What are you doing, Al Pacino? Do you think we should respect you because you're 83? Do you think we should do that? No, you have a fucking problem. They literally get mad. I was watching a thing on Celine Dion with her husband manager. She was groomed. She may have loved her husband like I love mine, but you're staying in a situation because that's all you know, because you're young. That's all you know. So like James Woods. James Woods he dated Detective, oh my God, Law and Order, the second guy, I can't think of his name. Who is the second guy in that? You know, the guy that tries to act like Columbo? I knew Columbo. No, see, they say like a daddy figure, but I don't think that's it. I think your trauma is being triggered. And you're probably thinking that older people know more than you. So Stabler, no, not Stabler, the other one, Vincent D'Onofrio. I can't say it. Anyway, James Woods dated his 21-year-old daughter, Jerry Seinfeld. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Date someone your own age, or can you? No, not him. Vincent, the chubby guy trying to be Columbo, that guy. So yeah, and stop idolizing these people. Men should not be dating that far out of their age range. What has the man got to offer you? Oh, he might have money. He also might be dating a stripper because he's going to fucking lose the money, keep doing the drugs, going to the bars and the strip clubs while the dumb stripper carries the shame of society, thinking she's shameful because she's in sex work, and then the fucking man gets away with it. Always. Oh, of course, best friends with Christopher Walken, best friends with the other one, De Niro, the little fucking rapist. Yeah, that guy. De Niro. And then Morgan Freeman taking the cake. Married Vincent's 2-year-old daughter. Wait. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah, D'Onofrio. Thank you. I can never say it. Yeah, so then we've got Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Who raised his stepdaughter, and he thought, I think I'll date my granddaughter because that's normal. Let me fuck my granddaughter, breach family trust with my wife, pay the PR people in Hollywood right now to not release that. We all fucking know it. And then somehow my granddaughter end up dead at 33. My grandbaby end up dead. I raised her and her mother, who I probably fucked too, and I breached everything because I thought I'd fuck my granddaughter. So ladies, every dinner party, when your little kids were there, this old man was thinking about how can I fuck your little kids? Because that's the reality. Now, getting on to Woody Allen. Don't get me going. Woody Allen takes a girlfriend. Look, my eyes twitching. Takes a girlfriend who has a kid and raises that kid like a father figure. Starts molesting her at 15. Oh, look, it's time for me to leave. She's back there. Thinks I will start taking nude pictures of her so I can jack off to them while my wife is at work out there because, you know, I don't need to tell her everything I do. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. And I'll have a baby with her. And I think I'll molest my baby when she's 8 because we are blood. What? Why has somebody not locked Woody Allen up? And if I hear one of you fucking people, because I have a friend, well, you know, his movies are really good. No, his movies were never good. His movies were never good. You are not seeing what he did. He doesn't deserve an ounce of your thought for doing that. His movies were never good. His wife is in a trauma bond and will not let go of it because she comes from her background. He single-handedly ruined his entire family. I think it's clear that Ronan Farrow is Frank Sinatra's kid. He is not ugly like Woody Allen. Woody Allen has never been attractive. Woody Allen is never considered good looking. Woody Allen is so fucking ugly that I'm surprised he got a movie contract because not only is he ugly, he is dumb. His movies were dumb and infantile, and he doesn't have an ounce of anything. Nothing. And I hope when he meets his maker that he is fucked up. No, yes, Ronan Farrow is very handsome. That would not be Woody Allen's son. That would not be Woody Allen's son. I'm sorry. Woody Allen did not have no good looking sons. His daughter's darling, but she looks like Mia. I mean, please. Oh God, it's disgusting. Yeah, I know Woody's movies are about his mental illness. He's a pedo on top of it. I mean, it's obvious. He's not talented. He never was talented. And who cares about his... Why was Woody Allen given a chance? What kind of thing did he do? Okay. Why did Mia Farrow play in Polanski's? Yeah, well, they're all part of the club now, aren't they? Aren't they? So just know that. They're all part of the club, aren't they? So it's fine that they want to do that. Nobody liked Woody Allen. They just hyped him up. Like we're supposed to be like, oh my God, Woody Allen. Like he's so intellectual. Not really. He's kind of immature, like a base level male teenager and not very fucking bright. So it's his adopted wife is so groomed. Yeah, stop. Exactly. I feel sorry for his wife. She was an orphan. Andre Previn and Mia Farrow, not saying that right, who is not in the club. I don't know. I don't know who is not in the club. I mean, it should tell you. We are listening to adult people. I know, look at her. She's right. Hi, Mew. Is she funny? We got to go in 5 seconds. We're going to go. 7:07. Mia's like, come on. You've been on 2 hours. It's time for my dinner. That's what she's saying. When you're looking, oh my God, Rosemary, I texted Sloan about that today. I know Rosemary's Baby was the creepiest when I was in private school. I was like, I cannot. The hoofed baby with the demon eyes. But see, that's what they do. That's what spirit cooking is. It is invoking an entity into an inanimate object with human vibration, urine, breast milk, poop, whatever. And they do that in order to try to get the entity to... Clint Eastwood, he's in the club. I don't know what to say. They're all in the club. Good for them. They're in the club. Just know it. Just know what their religion is. It isn't your religion. You don't count and you're not there. Roseanne Barr, listen to Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr, literally, okay, literally admitted to selling out as a teenager. She talks about it. Go listen to her. She's always talked about it. Listen to her. As I told you, she had her kids at Children of the Night when I worked there. Now that I look back, I know the cat's like, fuck off. We're getting off of here. Mew. Anyway, yeah, Roseanne is telling you the truth. Listen to Roseanne. She's telling you. She said she made the deal with, she did. Listen to her. See, if people had a belief or a faith in something outside of this world, and if it wasn't shoved down our throat that death is so bad, which it is when you lose a child, you're like, where is my child? My arm has been cut off. My breath is broken. So when you look at it like that, we're all afraid to die. If we're afraid to die and told that we have one life, all of these people scramble like a bunch of bitches to get money. I have cars. I have money. I have this. Nobody cares because it's not the reality. The reality is after you leave the physical. After you leave the physical. Okay? Yes, the sports star. Nobody with money on this planet to that degree. Sports stars are enslaved. Just go look at LeBron and all his hand symbols. Go look at him. Go look at them. Yeah, it's part of life, but they make it like it isn't, so we become afraid. I know, Tallulah's like, yeah, I'm not going to leave. She's back. Here she is. Yeah. So, I mean, watch Roseanne Barr. She's talking about it. They're all in the clubs. And they get offered. Now, not everybody's going to be hugely rich. That's why they have chaos causers everywhere. What about that case where the kids, and I think it's what y'all talking about, the two girls with the mom or the three kids that were murdered by the stepfather? Shouldn't be speaking about this on Father's Day, but the guy that got out of jail, I can't think of the case. You know the case I'm talking about. The guy that got out of jail and then he lured his daughter's friends, the stepmother, wife, baby mama, and friends to the house. And then the police did nothing about it because he killed himself as well. And then the police said, Oklahoma, thank you. Yeah. And then the police said, you know, there's nothing here. He's dead. So the parents went back and found information and now the feds are looking into it. You know what here's the whole glitch in that story that nobody is talking about. So the roommate of the sexual offender guy, okay, I don't know his name. Do y'all know his name? The guy in Oklahoma? Let me find his name. Unless, of course, I'm going to be the one that just happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. I get them in my brain. I try not to watch them. Oklahoma murders. Yeah, okay. Let's see. McFadden. Let's see. Henrietta Killings. Is that it? Jesse McFadden on May 1st. Okay, first of all, let's just stop right there with the bullshit that they're telling us. So Jesse McFadden, a perverted sex offender, goes into jail with a guy that's in jail and is a roommate for armed robbery. Those are two different crimes. Shouldn't even be she's sitting in my purse now because she thinks I'm leaving. I'm sorry. Those two people shouldn't be in the same jail cell. Murder, rape, robbery. Not even the same thing. The roommate said he tried to call the police when he was up for parole to say that he would offend again and was shocked. Now listen to this. Was shocked when he found out that Jesse McFadden was dating an ex-girlfriend of his. All right. I'm sorry to the guy that is the burglary person. How are you not connected to that in a ritualistic sense? Okay, in a ritualistic sense, because you had a girlfriend and the perverted sex offender guy had the same girlfriend. And you're telling me, nah, I'm not buying it. Number one, I'm not buying it. How do you have the same girlfriend or one had her and then you notice that you tried to call her? It's a setup. This is a ritual. It's a setup, okay? It's a setup. There's no way the burglar had the same girlfriend as Jesse McFadden. There's no way. Roseanne can always ask to be saved by God in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay? Yes. Does that mean they won't kill her? No, like gangbanging. They're going to take you out if they can. Anyway, how does the non-sex offender roommate in prison have a girlfriend that the sex offender roommate knows, can find, and starts dating? And how does that woman, and I do blame her because I believe she knows. Do you know why I believe she knows? Because her ex-boyfriend the burglar, whatever his name is, would have told her this guy is a fucking pedo. So she knew. Okay, so she knew they were trafficking. It's a ritual. It's all of those things. Understand what it is, but just think about it logically. Think about it logically. Please think about it logically. Please. It's Jesse McFadden. The murders on May 1st in Henrietta, I think. So just, no, he didn't keep it a secret. The roommate states verbatim, I was in a cell with him. He was a pedophile, child molester, whatever they call it. So how does innocent roommate call his girlfriend up and she says, hi, babe, ex-babe, I'm dating Jesse McFadden. Oh, what? The conversation doesn't come up. I'm worried for you. He's a pedophile. And then people try to say she didn't know and she took her children into that circumstance. She absolutely knew. She absolutely knew. She knew. She knew. That's it. That woman got her daughters murdered because she knew who that guy was and she needed to be with him. And I believe that. I believe that. If a woman, she is complicit. Her ex-boyfriend told her that, unless he's saying he had all these conversations and then couldn't reach her, and then never mentioned that her new boyfriend was in prison for pedophilia and she had 2 kids. So arrest the old roommate now. Find out about that. But no one mentions that. Why? That, like, what? The police think that's a normal conversation? What is going on? What is happening? And who's on those tapes? And why are the parents having to find shit out? What is that about? What is that about? I'm just saying. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's disgusting. Why are we even reading about this? They like us to, because it's part of the time. Yeah, it's a web of lies. It's got to be a web of lies. It's not make sense. You're not in prison with a pedophile. Okay, so you're in jail and your roommate's a pedophile, but you're not. And he's dating your friend. And you talk to your friend when you get out of jail. And she's like, yeah, I'm dating this guy. And you know the name because he was your roommate in jail. You don't drop a dime and say, hey, you should stay away from him, sister, because he's a fucking pedo. Right. I guess no one thinks that way. Okay, y'all. That's okay, Dawn. I am going to get something to eat. You can hear how stuffed I am. I'm still going jogging, though. It's still going to happen. I know. Then he started to cry. If that isn't bullshit, I mean, what? You really not going to mention that to your ex-girlfriend? I'm going to mention that to my ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, right? I mean, jeez. All right, y'all. Again, happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there. Every single father who ever did anything right, bravo, because it's really hard on this planet, and men get bashed for everything, and I'm complicit in that sometimes. So I'm acknowledging all the good fathers who stick around and raise their children. I'm acknowledging it. Amazing. And we are happy to have you, and the good women that have the good men. It's so amazing because you found the good ones, and they will help you raise your kids, and your kids will be good and normal as much as they can be on prison planet. Bye, you guys. Bye, you guys. Bye. I love you all. Bye. Thank you.